Welcome back to Screen Sizzle. We extend our heartfelt thanks to you, our dedicated viewers, for joining us on our journey toward 1 million subscribers. Let me know which movie you want me to explain the meaning of by commenting below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest videos. All right, let's not keep you waiting any longer. Let's get started. They covertly rig the outcome to serve their own ends. The vote ends. And player 001 boldly befriends Ji-hoon, asking for tips on the next game. Eager to save everyone, Ji-hoon doesn't hesitate to reveal it's the candy-cutting game, with the triangle shape as the safest choice. Meanwhile, others bond, like Young-bae and former sailor player 388, or the elderly woman with pregnant player 2x2. Old grudges follow them here, like between rapper Thanos and Lee Myung-gi, player 333. They brawl in the dorm, prompting player 001 to intervene. Player 1, without a word, single-handedly crushes Thanos and his sidekick, not only aiding the weak. Player 1, actions declare his own strength. He earns Ji-hoon's complete trust, a man who believes in heroic ideals. Thus, player 001's story tugs at Ji-hoon's heartstrings. He shares that when his wife was pregnant, she was diagnosed with a serious illness. While scrambling for money to save them, he was accused of bribery, ruining his career. Now, the prize money is his last hope, and that's why he voted to keep the game going. During the break, the staff returned to their quarters. Here, No Ayeol recalls player 246, the park artist, the father of the girl hospitalized for a serious illness. Meanwhile, the organ trafficking soldiers stew over failing to secure pristine organs. The deputy commander, now the top manager, confronts Noelle to warn her. He's the one who saved Noelle during her defection, bringing her here with promises of freedom for the suffering. Now, his hypocritical facade is laid bare. He orders Noelle not to interfere with the organ trafficking soldiers. Outside, Junho and his team's search hits a dead end, with no leads and bad weather. They're forced to pause the plan. Back on the mainland, Junho visits the precinct seeking help, but with no evidence. His conclusions are mere theories, insufficient to spur a police manhunt, so Junho must wait for clear skies to continue with his small team. It's time for the second game, as Ji-hoon revealed. Picking the triangle shape should make things a breeze, but with this triangle, it's a surefire bullet. Just kidding, this is only Ji-hoon's nightmare, born from a day of shouldering too much responsibility for others. Ji-hoon snaps awake as the real second game begins. His experience is thrown out the window when the next challenge isn't the candy-cutting game. Instead, players are divided into teams of 5. Each person takes on a mini-game paper flipping, flying stone, gongi, spinning top, and shuttlecock. Ji-hoon, with his existing bond with Jung-bae, along with new friend Player 1 and sailor Player 388, forms a team of 4. They just need one more person to complete their team. As time runs out, the pregnant player 222 takes the initiative to join Ji-hoon's group. Moved by compassion once again, Ji-hoon rejects a strong young man they just found to make room for player 222. When the team selection period ends, the other players have also found their groups. Jumja and her son team up with player 120. Rapper Thanos recruits 3 more players to intimidate. As the game begins, the first team struggle with the challenge of 5 players moving with 6 legs tied together. The added pressure of time makes the challenges even more daunting. In a panic, many players tremble, barely able to stand, some frozen as if ready to give up. The challenges are repeatedly interrupted by the sound of the timer and gunshots signaling players' fates. After observing enough, later teams start to draw lessons from the chaos. For example, Hyunju's team uses gentle encouragement to restore calm to each member. But when teammates panic excessively, she doesn't hesitate to use a firm hand to snap them back to focus. Indeed, for games that don't demand much skill, composure is the key to reaching the finish line safely. At this point, the remaining players seem to forget that each team's failure adds 500 million won to the prize pool, no longer caring about the reward. They scream and cheer with all their might to support the players fighting for their lives. Perhaps thanks to this unity, more teams complete the challenges as the game progresses. Ji-hoon's team is one of the last 2 to compete. With a veteran of the deadly game and enough time to learn from experience, Ji-hoon's team enters the game brimming with confidence. Indeed, they breeze through the first 3 challenges without a single mistake. Even player 222, despite her pregnancy, moves with remarkable grit on the course. That is, until player 001 starts his performance. He spends most of the remaining time spinning a top forward, then tossing it back, startling his teammates. This tactic shortens the time Ji-hoon has to complete his challenge. As Ji-hoon starts to panic, player 01 plays the hero, saving him and the team with his quick moves. Ji-hoon's team crosses the finish line, just as gunshots ring out on the other side, ending the game for 5 other players. The game ends, and as the staff return to their quarters, personal grudges surface. Despite warnings, No-Yul insists on finishing off eliminated players rather than leaving them to suffer for the organ traffickers. This naturally angers many. That night, they storm No-Yul's room, slashing her face as a warning. After facing life and death together, the team's camaraderie grows stronger. From numbers on uniforms, they now call each other by their real names. But are they close enough to sway each other's votes? There's no better time than now for the next vote, because the game's organizers relish watching players agonize over their choices. After eliminating 110 more players, each survivor's share is now 78 million won. It sounds like a lot, but for those drowning in debt, it's a drop in the ocean. And so those voting to continue pat each other on the back, convincing themselves it's just one more game. It's no different from the excuses of hardcore gamblers. With the continue votes dominating, Ji-hoon's choice no longer matters. He's officially dragged into the next deadly round. Drawing on his experience and observations of bullies in the bathroom, Ji-hoon advises his team to stay vigilant tonight, taking turns keeping watch to guard against dirty tactics. That night, Ji-hoon and Young-bae catch up, reminiscing about their days, risking it all at their old company and in casinos. Unbeknownst to them, player 01 quietly eavesdrops, plotting his next move. Outside, Junho's team pulls out all the stops to find Ji-hoon. As the game's time runs short inside, the players brace for the next challenge. All 255 players are led to a rotating platform. When the Game Master calls out a random number, players must form groups of that size and rush to an empty room across the platform. When time's up, those without a room or in a room with the wrong number of people are eliminated. The first challenge groups of 10. Ji-hoon and Hyunju's group already has 9, needing just one more stray player to complete the challenge easily. Plus, with 50 rooms and only 255 players, they don't need to fight too hard to secure a safe room. Outside, the soldiers quietly mark bodies for organ trafficking. The next challenges, of course, won't be so easy. Groups of 6, 4, and 3 are called for. The 5-person teams bonded in the previous game must split up, meaning many will be betrayed or abandoned. That's exactly how the organizers want this game to run. Give players a glimmer of hope in life, then let them push each other into the abyss. By the final challenge, 155 players remain, and it's no surprise the next requirement is pairs. With limited rooms, even the fastest teams might not secure a spot in time. This is when Young-bae glimpses player 1, true nature, watching him choke one player at the room's door and strangle another already inside. Though he escapes safely, Young-bae is stunned by the brutal scene. Back in the dorm, the X and O factions quickly tally their numbers to predict the next vote's outcome. To leave the X faction needs at least 6 more votes. Now each survivor's share exceeds 350 million won. After seeing hundreds die before their eyes, many likely reconsider their stance. When the vote ties at 50-50, everyone must wait until morning for the next round. Outside, after using drones to scout, Junho's team finds a suspicious island and decides to investigate directly. They discover a hatch, but upon opening it, an explosion triggers another trap set by Junho's brother. Back to Ji-hoon, tensions escalate between the factions. To fuel the fire, the organizers hand out plates at dinner as if green-lighting tonight's riot. As predicted, war breaks out. In the men's bathroom, turncoats are targeted, but they don't stand idly by to be suppressed. In the chaos, anything can be a weapon, and Thanos is the first casualty. Those in the dorm remain unaware, hearing only the loudspeaker announce eliminations as the prize pool grows. After the battle, the X faction holds the edge with 48 players, while O has only 47. But they must hold out through the night to reach the next vote. Outside, the captain, who once saved Junho, starts acting suspiciously. In the dead of night, amid a storm, he sneaks into the storage to sabotage the drone, then kills a member of Junho's team and dumps the body into the sea. On the island, a second riot brews with staff mobilized to intervene when needed. To keep playing, the O faction must strike first to gain the upper hand. For the X faction, the logical response is to counterattack, or at least form a solid defensive line to avoid losses. But for someone like Ji-hoon who clings to heroic ideals, killing others to protect his side feels unjust. To him, the real culprits deserving punishment are the game's organizers, who revel in watching the factions slaughter each other. Though rebelling against armed soldiers seems impossible when player 001 backs Ji-hoon, the rest of the group agrees. When the lights go out, the O faction quietly advances, using weapons provided by the organizers to attack X. As planned, Ji-hoon's group refuses to defend or fight back, hiding under beds to wait for their moment. But the rest of the X faction isn't so composed. Caught off guard, some die instantly, others fight back, but most don't last long. As Ji-hoon predicted, the organizers, unwilling to lose too many players, order a crackdown once enough have fallen. This is the moment for Ji-hoon's group to strike back. They play dead on the floor, then spring up to seize weapons, shooting down anyone in their way. Caught off guard, the deputy commander orders a retreat, leaving weapons for the rebel group. Taking control of the dorm, Ji-hoon and his allies gather weapons and rally more players to their cause. They recruit 8 others, including Hyunju, a seasoned ex-soldier well-versed in firearms and combat. As they climb the stairs, they're blocked by soldiers on the upper level. Hyunju takes the lead with her team's support, taking down several soldiers and gaining the upper hand. They swiftly move upward, facing a second wave of staff attacks. The gunfire is so intense, no one notices player 001, who merely sits back. Ji-hoon's next plan is to storm the control room with Young-bae, while the others keep the soldiers at bay outside. With the maze-like layout and limited ammunition, breaking into the command center is far from easy. They can barely advance a step as bullets rain down from above. Outside, the situation is grim. Ammunition is low and they're outnumbered. They have no choice but to split up for separate tasks. Player 388 is sent back to the dorm to scavenge remaining ammo from the soldiers' bodies. Meanwhile, Hyunju holds off the enemy, while player 001 leads 2 others toward the control room to support Ji-hoon. The 3 will flank through another door, attacking the soldiers from behind to clear Ji-hoon's path. That's the plan, but it goes awry immediately. Daeho finds plenty of ammo in the dorm, but the relentless gunfire above sends him into a panic. Ditching the radio, he clutches the weapons and cowers in a corner. Unable to contact him, Hyunju abandons her post to check on him. In the control room, player 001's act comes to an end. Using Ji-hoon's ammo, he shoots 2 teammates in the back, then radios Ji-hoon to report all 3 are dead. Immediately after, he switches the radio to the organizer's frequency, ordering a second crackdown. The dorm is instantly sealed off. 3 resistance members are cornered. Some take their own lives, others surrender, but meet a tragic fate. In the control room, Ji-hoon and Jung-bae have no choice but to drop their weapons. Player 001, now revealed as the commander in a black mask, shows Ji-hoon the cost of his heroic ideals. Instead of killing Ji-hoon, he turns the gun on Jung-bae, forcing him to watch his friend die. Thus ends Season 2, with Ji-hoon's entire plan at a dead end. Outside, Jun-ho's team continues their needle-in-a-haystack search, unaware their every move is being sabotaged. Inside, Ji-hoon's heroic ideals have led to devastating consequences for many, and the inhumane game rages on. And that is the entire storyline of Squid Game Season 2. Thanks for watching our video. We are Screen Sizzle. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to catch our latest uploads. We're grateful for your support on our journey to 1 million subscribers. Let me know which movie you want me to explain the meaning of by commenting below. Until next time, enjoy the movie.